You know it just by looking at it, don't
Yeah, I
you, Jay?
do.
I know.
But not always. I mean, but in this case, I just recognize the turquoise.
Yeah, and this one, first time at the special, actually over 30% off on today. We originally offered this at $179. Today we're featuring it for $119.98, under $40 to go ahead and get this at home. And you talk about really a hypnotic combination of beautiful traditional stones, Jay, turquoise and spiny.
What I love with this, and here again with the Spiny Oyster, this material comes out of the Baja Peninsula, out of the Sea of Cortez. And we've been using a lot of spiny in our designs, especially for 2024. So I think that we're giving the impression that the Spiny Oyster material is something that's really predominant, and you can just get it any time you want. Nothing could be further from the truth. This material is extremely hard to get. Funny enough, the Spiny Oyster material that we're using, this is great. I bring these out here.
I'm so glad.
And watch out, don't stick yourself.
No, I know. I've done it before here. Not an easy task when you're, searching these, because you can see it has like little, almost thorns on it, right?
Well, they're spines, and when they call it Spiny Oyster for a reason. It's the only oyster that I've ever worked with, and we work mother of pearl. Anytime you're working with mother of pearl, you're working with saltwater oysters, right? And this is same with this, but they call it spiny for a reason. And I have donated numerous amounts of my blood over the years to handling this oyster shell. But you can see kind of where you get this and how you do it. They take the spines, and then all of that's buffed off, right? You buff it. The big thing with spiny oysters, when you do that, where those spines come out, a lot of times with the shell, you'll actually have holes left where the spines had grown into just the way it's formed. So the key thing with this, this material is highly controlled. It's not considered endangered, but it is protected. And so they have the whole Baja area now is protected, and they only have 2 seasons on it where you can harvest it. It's highly controlled. And from what it used to be and what it is now, we buy from one of the dozen families that are still grandfathered in to even dive for it. Just as a diver, I can't go down to the Sea of Cortez and dive, and I could tell you some stories. I got some great footage. I could tell you some really kind of crazy stories about what I've seen in the Baja Peninsula, filming seals, and then all of a sudden the seal's gone, just to give you a little hint. But, in this area as a diver, now I can go down, I can look at the spiny, I cannot harvest it. You can't, it is totally protected. And back in the day in the 70s when I got introduced to it, that wasn't the way at all. In fact, how I got introduced to spiny in the first place is when we were diving in college, we would go down and there would just be piles of the spiny oyster, just the empty shells, because they just harvested the meat. They really didn't have a purpose for the shell. Now, this is become a key material in jewelry designs, especially in the Southwest. So it's really an honor to be able to bring you new and fresh looks. I've paired this back with apatite, I've paired it back with lapis, but I have to tell you, I don't think there's any material better than like a blue or a blue-green turquoise that goes back to this material. Is what really, really talks to me.
Agree wholeheartedly. And the first time, if you are tuning in at the special, over 30% off. And that was HSN's price, our original HSN price. And this was beloved at that value. I want to just show you too. Here in the back, I know we say we have that extender, but just about every single necklaces from Jay's collection, you will have that 2 3/4 inch extender. You'll know it's part of Jay's. It will be stamped. It has a little heart finding at the bottom here, but it's very simple to put on, and even more importantly, it's very, very simple to adjust. So whatever type of neckline that you might be wearing, whether it's, a scoop or whether it's a turtleneck or whether it's a V-neck like I'm wearing now, it's easy to have that additional extender in the back, so it just places at the perfect place every single time. So spiny oyster and turquoise, we take it for granted, but you're right. Jay, you don't see it very often. You really don't.
I don't, and here again, I'm not going to say that I watch every minute of the TV to see what everybody's doing. I just really, to be honest with you, don't have time. But I do tune in every now and then, especially for key artists and designers, just to kind of see what they're doing,
Sure.
you know, and see if I'm kind of keeping up with giving you things that are new and different. And I really don't see anybody else really doing Spiny Oyster.
You sure
So,
don't, especially in this nature, you know.
here again, yeah, this material, it's not like you can just go out and commercially shop it. It's really, really difficult to get it. We just happened to get a nice load of it about 1.5 years ago, and so we integrated into a lot of our designs. In 2025, you're going to see virtually none.
Yeah, see that? Okay, you just heard it from Jay himself. Now, we will have other designs in Spiny Oyster. We have some earrings that are coming up that will work back beautifully to this necklace. And here's what I encourage you to do. Shop Jay's entire collection on hsn.com. Just search Jay King. There are so many wonderful goodies going on, especially for gift giving. And you are truly receiving a work of art with every single design that you purchase with us here from the Jay King collection. This is the first time this has been on sale, over 30% off, under $40. We will ship it right to you. Of course, you have your unconditional guarantee. You will not be disappointed. 878-459. Well, I'm gonna bring my mystery box a little closer here, Jay. Let's go in for number 2 of our mystery deal. And it looks like, ooh.